has led them to this lead.
Hi, thanks for joining us for NBA Seasons. This is Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan in it against the Boston Celtics at Chicago's home stadium. I forget what it's called. So that's very good for a start, but I'll let the commentators take over now. Just a real quick sum up. We've got real field goal percentage, we've got real points per game, we've got real field goal percentage. That's kind of the season thing. It's not all the right teams, but it's most of the right teams. We've got real points per game, we've got real field goal percentage. I've had to change it at the moment, so the actual stats for the points per game might be out, because they've been more for most of the season. But so now they're right, because I'm just actually going on that data to make it the right points per game and the field goal percentage as well.
And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And now it's a 12.
So what's the score? Boston's 53, Chicago's 41. It's about 25 seconds left in the second quarter. So we're going to do the next two quarters and see how the game goes out. I expect Chicago to come back. It's just yeah. So we've got 40, in the 40 percentile for shooting guards and small forwards, and for some small forwards they get it 50%, like LeBron and Kevin Durant, and then like in the NBA, and it's based on the NBA stats, and then it's actually about 50%, 40 and 50% for the power forwards and the centers. It's 56-41 now. I'll let the commentators take over for halftime. I'm not going to talk all the time.
From the 2K Sports Studios, welcome. The season is in its final stages. Let's look back at today's action so far. Boston leading against Chicago. And if you love scoring, you love their first half of basketball. They're putting up points, doing it rapidly, in a variety of ways. It's hard to slow them down. Rajon Rondo playing impressively so far. He's got 7 points and is up to his usual tricks.
That's about right for Rajon Rondo.
On the other side, the Bulls haven't been terrific. They may have underestimated their opposition. Their effort has been lackluster. A tremendous first half for Derrick Rose. He's up to 14 points. He's been getting it done.
So that's a bit high for Derrick Rose, but I'm going on last season's stats a bit for Derrick Rose. So I'm on the analysis to see for points, so they're going down more now. So it's just, and the field goal percentage is a bit high too. So Curio is getting a bit too much points per game, but he's back to what it is now. So it's just from
And now, a look at the other NBA action. It'll be the Pistons up against the Heat in Miami. A 7:30 Eastern tip time. That's all we've got here. Now, back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the
so actual points per game, how they play now. I'm not simming it, I'm playing it, but it's the actual points per game now. How they play is actually right. So Derrick Rose is impressive, not Michael Jordan, so it's a bit silly. This is Derrick Rose, because he didn't play that many games, so it's gone with him from last season. So Michael should have a better half this half. I expect he mightn't, but I expect him to. And I wouldn't like it that Chicago should just win every time, like against Boston. So it's good that Boston actually have a good game against them. But I'll shut up now.
Not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Rondo, no good on that. Bulls trail by 17. Left side, Butler. Rebound, Boston. Pass has got his third rebound on the night.
Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. Last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation, guys. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to light to the table.
The first free throw is good. And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds. And to be where he is today with the great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his character.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. I just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
Rondo against Rose. Noah with a screen on Rondo. Rose kicks it to Noah.
I'm just watching, by the way. This is watching, not actually playing, if you're wondering.
That's right, a terrific screen right there.
I've just done the rosters and done the sliders for the game.
Working together, that fundamental play, fun to watch.
And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asking, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the off-season. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh? Now here's Rondo. The drive by Green. Gets it to go. Green's got 11.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Jordan off a pick from Noah.
Oh, nice jam, Jordan.
That's what I like. A nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that Tucker mentality.
Just a tremendous athlete, guys, able to go up and finish over everybody defensively, even the big guys down low.
So it's the Celtics now. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Detroit game plays out for sure.
Now here's Brent. He has 7. 6 on the shot clock. Rondo drives in. Stolen by Rose. Butler against Rondo. Jordan dishes to Rose. Butler. Pass to Jordan. Shoots it. Moves it. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down. Sullinger's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Such a solid performance from them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss.
Jordan kicks to Butler.
It's on 12-minute corners if you haven't realised as well.
And that's now 10 points for Butler. Boston leading by 12. Rondo passes to Green. The feed now to Brent. Back to Green. Celtics passing it around. Here's Rondo. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Chicago has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Jordan, headed by Green. The shot's good from Jordan. Celtics have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
I looked up on nba2k14. Michael Jordan at his peak got about 48% field goal percentage.
To stop
as well as the 32 points and whatever he got. So I've got to try to get about 48%, so it's like a peak Jordan.
Rose with the ball. Soldier picks him up. Here's Jordan. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Take a look at what Jordan's done. He has 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate, really. I think he's been really sound defensively, and he's helped his club.
And the first one drops. The Celtics making a switch here.
I should talk about something else. Really? Hopefully Michael Jordan can keep on playing better.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You know, even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line this second.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
Now, here's Green. 11 points in the game.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough
I've
room
actually,
outside.
with this, played about, I was talking out, played about 10 games of the season, of a 14-game season, every game. So watching every game.
Jordan kicks it to Rose. Back to Jordan. 6 to shoot. The pass is only.
And the key to it is kind of low consistency, low on the ball,
3 assists now in this
so they can come in and do layups and jump dunks and stuff. So I got 0 for that, and 0 for consistency. And there's other things as well.
He's got 9. Green. Back to Rondo.
And there's still defense. There's still defense.
Go with the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Why Boston's winning, I don't really know.
He just continues to light them up. He's going to have to find a way to make them work harder for his points.
And a quick review here, looking at some numbers for Derrick Rose. 15th in assists. And he's just been so consistent.
So that's actually on the season.
In the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And how about this terrific passing display he's put on, Steve? I mean, as this place on the assist chart shows, if you get to the right spot, he'll find you. That's what he takes pride in.
Celtics making a switch here. Bogans is checked in. Austin on D. Jordan kicks to Rose. And he lobs it up for the rim. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Here is Bayless after the made shot from Gibson. Now Bogans, he has 6. 5 on the clock. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle skills for the Celtics?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Boston. That's good from Bayless. Bulls trail by 12. Pass it to Gibson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 7th assist here tonight.
When Derrick Rose came into the league, he was mostly viewed as just a scoring point guard. He's done a nice job of finding ways to boost his assist total and be more of a playmaker for his teammates. And he's done that each year he's been in the league.
And Chicago has possession. Jeff Green missing his last shot. Rose attacking. He dishes it to Boozer. And he throws it down hard with one hand. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2-point spots. And then a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Here's Bogut.
I like how to do it with the new NBA 2k14. I've got an Xbox One, but it hasn't got like you can do NBA seasons. You can't have more than one team, and maybe with this year's one I'll be able to do it. But yeah, and it'll just be seasons. So I also know how to do the rookies and stuff like that. But said whether I get up to that and showing that and everything, I don't know. But said I can actually make the rookies good, and just through what I know from previous NBA 2Ks, that's good.
It's not because of a lack of passing ability. He's a modern day point guard who can do anything.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
And Bayless kicks to Bogut. He feeds it to Bayless. Misses off the right eye. Bulls trail by 10. Jordan kicks to Rose. Dish now to Gibson. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Boozer. Flanking by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Boozer's got 9 points.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
So I don't know the stats at the moment. I haven't looked at them, but like I like these bets, like and on it, and like I would have been on Chicago at the start, and then Michael Jordan for points per game, so most points per game, and then who gets the most rebounds. So we've gone for Joakim Noah, I think, then as well. So I have to see how right I am at the end of the game. But it doesn't matter, you don't, and you shouldn't bet, you need to bet responsibly.
Outside Rose. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose dishes to Boozer.
And I'm just betting matchsticks.
Back to Rose. And it's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Yeah, Derek Rose 5 of 12, so that's about right for him. 5 of 12, 6 of 12 will be 50%, 5 of 12 is about, I don't know, 45% or something. They said he's really, this is kind of really about 45%, so even though I had a bad season this season. So I just went on kind of this season and last season. So that's about right. So he's actually getting what Derek Rose should get. He's just getting a few more points per game because Michael Jordan isn't playing as well. And this is what the great thing about NBA season is. The players play to the points per game and field goal percentage, so they should play how they play in the NBA and be as much an influence as in the NBA.
Outside Brent. He kicks it to Rondo. Back to Bradley. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his third rebound on the night.
And you got to remember, I just did the field goal percentages and stuff mainly for the top players, not the other players that don't score as much. So it's like the top 100. It is from actually, I'll just let them say this. So they got Miami coming up, Detroit, and then Charlotte for Chicago. But and they should win some of them. Not maybe it's Miami, but the rest of them. They said yeah, so the top players have got the proper field goal percentage. The bottom players, or the not as good players, have it maybe, but it's within a certain range they are. And it's as good as I can be bothered doing.
And they double up Rondo. It's tipped. It's stolen by Heinrich. He passes to Butler. 2:26 left in the
I'll
first.
try not to talk too much because I got
6 to
told
shoot.
not to talk
Noah,
as much in the
defended by
game
Sullinger. Noah,
by someone one time.
and this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics.
So we got Detroit, that's a hard one. Miami's a hard one, and Atlanta, and for some reason, is kind of an easier one. But they've won recently, kind of. But so they're in the playoffs, so I don't understand what's going on. In the real thing, in the real NBA.
First free throw is good. Brandon Bass is checked in for Jared Sullinger.
So Michael's just sneaking up on his points per game. I don't think he's going to get 32 points, but his average is about 35 or whatever, so he needs to be, maybe have a bad game, kind of. It's only over 10 games, so you need to take that into account.
Boston leading by 8. And here's Rondo. He's got 9. Oh, and there's the
Oh, nice.
and finished off by Bass.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
No, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming.
This is what I like to do for NBA 2K on the Xbox One. But, and this is just PlayStation 3, so something I got PlayStation 3, Xbox One, but I just have. But, this is how I like Xbox One to be. Hopefully they'll have the season and be able to do it for one season for the actual NBA, but I just like for my GM the ability to just watch the game. Why does it matter? And it's like my GM, if you're a GM, you actually watch the game. And of course you can play, but said it is still fun doing GM, being a GM, and I guess you could just sim the game and then play the playoffs, but I was playing all the games. So I get to know the rookies then, and I get to know the players better, I guess, from the real NBA. I've got ESPN, by the way, as well. I haven't got NBA League Pass, I've got ESPN. But, and I watch that as well.
Mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Here's Rondo. Right now averaging 15 points.
So I do actually watch NBA, not the real NBA, not actually just this kind.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the ball.
And I have watched about 150 games or more at the moment.
Once it's on the way down.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials.
It's just when I've actually tried to make it more like the NBA, they stop being as close to games. But there still is some, but there's still as many.
Here's Rose.
They're just like a bit realistic.
On deep. No good on the buzzer.
No good.
And as we end the
11-point game, they can come back from that. It's pretty difficult though, so I'd go with Boston to win this.
They're up by 11. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
It's a pretty poor game by Chicago, really. Then they've won most of the games. They've Boston about 50% or something like that. And it's at Chicago, but I can't really do much about it. I don't know whether it does stuff about that or not. So you can just be like, is that Boston really?
Boston leading by 11. On the floor for Boston. Speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. Green is out there with Brandon Bass. And Sullinger in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Bradley. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Rondo. Here's Sullinger. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Rondo's rated highly, but I haven't actually done that much with him, I don't think. I've just left him how NBA 2K have the rosters, from not the latest rosters, but around the trade deadline rosters. Whoa, that was nice.
Finishing it off.
Tell you what, they're going to have to do a better job of boxing this fella out than that.
No one between him and the hoop. You're right, Clark.
Yeah, putback slams are not what you want to be giving up through the defense.
The drive by Rondo. Feeds
there's enough fouls too usually, enough fouls and free throws. So maybe not enough for fouls, but there's enough free throws.
He's really been mixing it up in the middle.
In the game, that's what I don't like about NBA Live to watch. And I've actually got that to be good, NBA Live for Xbox One, but I don't like how there's not enough free throws.
And the first one at the line is good.
Watching, so
checked in for Noah.
So that's the problem with NBA Live. But it's still pretty good, and it takes me days to make the rosters like this. It takes me not very long to make NBA Live. Well, it has taken a while, but if I knew what I was doing, it wouldn't take long. So that's the advantage of NBA Live, I guess. But seeing that, like, Marc Gasol was getting like 25 points or what, so I don't know. Either I've just got the early roster of it and it's still an early roster on it or something, I don't know. They said actually he does get 24 points or whatever, Marc Gasol, in the game, so I like how it sims. If you set it up properly, it's how you can watch it as well.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
So NBA Live would be good if I could see, just let me see all the playoffs. Why do I want to just see my playoffs? Why can't I watch all the playoffs? Or watch a specific, sim some of it and watch, say, Game 7s or watch deciding games or something like that. Why do they go that much trouble and you can't watch it?
That's good stuff. I mean, that's well done.
And like, if you go back 10 or 15 years even for NBA Live, you used to be able to watch it. It wasn't maybe what you wanted to see, but instead you could still watch the actual games. The same with NBA 2K, you could have your one playing and watch all the games still. So I hate they go on like you can't watch the games.
Things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted.
And I still watch the NBA. It's not like I don't watch the NBA. And it's not like people are going to watch this and not watch the NBA. It's just exciting. That's all.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth.
And exciting being the GM. So then they've done a 32-team game and just did auto trades and all stuff like that, and just put everything on auto and stuff. How you can select the options for each team. It takes a bit of stuff around, but just did it for each team. And then I can do trades like that, and then I can actually do the free agency and stuff like that, kinda. And that's basically all you do in Madden, so it doesn't matter really. And the draft as well, of course. Another idea I come up with is for the draft, if somehow they know there's older players there that might retire, so say Tim Duncan retired, have a good power forward then, and have a set power forward that you know plays good and be's good, kind of. And say, here's another one, Vince Carter might retire, so have a small forward that's good, so that'd be good, and then say, I don't know, just an average player would retire, or have an average player in there as well, and have them sort of average players, have some average players as well, kind of in there as well, or good players, kind of.
And the Celtics going the other way now. 17 points was their biggest margin. And it's Rondo penetrating. It's Bradley on the wing.
Because it just seems like it's high rating, low points per game, low points per game kind of rookies. They actually might simming, but to actually play.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact.
Here's Michael Jordan to the line again. I have to shut up, I'm talking too much again. 8 minutes 41 to go. It's 73-86. This will bring it probably to 75-86. I still think Boston will win.
And he knocks down the first one. so Jordan nails both of them. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
They said, I'm complaining a bit about 2K's game, but said they got it so to be stuffed around with. It's really good that you can actually get the game like this and then watch so many games. So it's just a lot of stuff around, that's all.
Rose kicks to Jordan. Back to Rose. Pass to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the wing.
Nice by Jordan.
Jordan's got 16 here in the second half.
So he's having a great half
He's got 20 points and he's got 7 out of 15, so it's kind of about right.
Early dish to Rondo.
Should maybe have 8 or 15, but it doesn't matter.
He kicks it to Green.
It's only about 7.5, so it should be 7 or 8.
I'm not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. He's not even been a foul.
Missed that
Jordan
one.
can't get that one to fall. Celtics leading by 11. Dishes it to Rondo. Outside Brett. Poked away and stolen by Jordan. Takes the lead pass.
I stopped talking for a while there, but the commentators,
Had a chance
again,
there
the
to cut to
commentators, whoop,
single digits, but it's off target.
they had a camera malfunction.
Now here's Rondo.
Back to the Rockets.
Back to Bradley. And there's the feed to Rondo. He tries for 3.
It's a 3.
Bulls trail by 14. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Boozer, no luck. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Oh!
Power punch right there.
No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop. So that drove out.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Jordan kicks to Boozer. And there's the pass to Rose. Tipped away.
So that's Rojo Rondo with some defense, but that's sort of 2K's work. They said he's got defense, so that's
Rondo
good.
on top. Sullinger. It's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's now 11 points for Jared Sullinger. Bulls have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter.
I think Chicago 6 of 2 and stuff like that, so they'll be 6 of 3 now.
The kick out to Boozer.
And
Gets the jumper.
so that's like about 60 games or something like that, about 60 or between 50 and 60 games
Celtics leading by
in the real NBA. And Boston should be about 5 and 6 or something like that. So that's about whatever games that is. About 35 games or something like that. 35 to 40 games. NBA season. So it's kind of right, kind of. I forget what Boston's games in the NBA season is. So. And Chicago might be going a bit too good, maybe. But they got Michael Jordan, so it's right.
Kicks to Rondo. Pass up top. Shot clock at 6. Back to Rondo. Shoots from the high post. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got 7 rebounds in the game. Boozer is screen on Bradley. A look from Rose. Offensive rebound. Here's Boozer. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
Let's take a look at what Boozer's been doing. He has 11 points and 1 steal.
He's just been making one play after another, from one baseline to the other, covering the whole court.
full throttle up and down the court. He has not let up one bit.
The first one falls. Boozer hits them both. Boston leading by 14. Rondo with it. Poke loose. To the middle. Pass. Rebound by the Bulls. Boozer's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He got Carlos Boozer 5 of 10, about 50%. That's kind of about what Carlos Boozer does. Just that line, she hit that one really
No
Jordan.
good. The Celtics have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Outside Rondo. He passes to Green. Right side Green. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the wing. Chicago grabs the miss.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. He's actually been ugly.
He's shooting a bit bad.
Rose against Rondo.
Sydney's still winning. So. Oh, hit the 3. 8-18, so it's kind of keeping to that. So it's 23 points.
Now Bradley.
Jordan for the steal and then the dunk.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul.
And a foul, 3-point play. So they're coming back now.
Oh man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for him. He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
So 22 points for the second half, so that's more like
Outside Rondo. Here's the screen. Shot to end this cold run. Shot is off. Jordan with some nice D. The Bulls have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Guarded by Bradley. Michael Jordan again. At 7 unanswered.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
And here's Rondo. And out of bounds is Chicago getting possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
For Chicago, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Jordan inside, guarded by Bradley. Here's Rose. Count that one. And now it's just a 4-point Celtic lead.
Those defenders look like they're out of it. They're getting pushed around with a low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battling down in the paint.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Well, good timeout, guys, because this has been a bad run for them. He's got to get his team back on the same page and executing well together.
Sometimes just getting to stop in the action can be enough to get a team back on track. There's something about that little pause and the intensity of the game that lets you refocus.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, the head coach of the Celtics has to be struggling for his guys during that break. His advice is clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Butler gets to Jordan. Jordan on the pick from Butler. Jordan can't get it to go.
Well, those
a switch here. Sullinger's checked in. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well done at the free throw line. I'll tell you what, that will make things a lot easier on them if they can continue to convert.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 6. We've got 1:28 left in the game. So it's Chicago now. 1:22 left in the fourth. Here's Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got 30 points.
Well, the only tough part of that basket for him is getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They lead by 4. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Heinrich against Rondo. Feeds to Sullinger. Great defense that time from Noah.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Heinrich against Bradley. Heinrich passes to Butler. And they double up Jordan. 6 to shoot. Trying to find Boozer, and he does now. And he has put them to within 2 points.
We're seeing the blazing hot version of Boozer.
Clark Covey trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Heinrich against Rondo. Green up on top. Stolen by Noah.
Now still within reach.
Yeah, but their offense team needs to be just about perfect from here out.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big moment in this game.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
It's going to be close one. Let's see what happens here with Boston with the ball, 14.7 seconds left. They need to hit the shot. I'm not suffering the sliders, it's just whatever happens. You can tell because I'm not going to menus or anything like that. It's all the same thing.
There's 14 seconds
There's
left
no
here
like
in the fourth
breaks in
quarter.
it.
The drive by Rondo. They kick it out to Green. Here's Sullinger. Oh!
Shooting foul. I haven't got enough time to go to overtime. I don't think so. I'm glad that the Celtics are going to win here. Because overtime games are just not going to get the overtime actually happen. So I'd have to do that in a separate final one for the overtime. I'll just have to do that separate or something.
He knocks down the clutch.
So I think it's going to be Boston win. Just so. I don't think the Chicago crowd like it. 0.4 of a second left.
And so both free throws.
If they got a timeout, it might make it interesting. They could get a 3 maybe off.
Excellent position to win this game. Now it's in the hands of their defense.
Chicago calls timeout. Is what you're saying.
It should be a 3, and if they can get it off, maybe, but so I'll have to do a separate one for the actual overtime, if there's no overtime game. I'm just going to have a quick look through the stats as well. I'll just go to that game, like the end of the game. I'll show player a game now.
Mark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg,
I think Ranger Rondo is player of the game.
along with our 2K Sports crew.
I don't know, I'm just guessing. Put a picture of him up.
Our Jordan player of the game, Rajon Rondo.
Ranger Rondo. I like the player interviews in the 2K one, but I missed this as well. In like the Xbox One one.
I must admit, I can't explain any of these thoughts racing through my brain. It's true. Baby,
Oh, it's nice. Got no look pass. Beyond the back. We got Jordan with 30 points, that's about right. Rose with 16. Butler 12. Boozer with 15. Noah 4. So he's not getting his points, Noah. But it said Jordan's got to get 30 points. So it's like that. And there's an even performance from the Celtics. 12 to Rondo. 16 to Bradley. 14 to Green. So that's about right. Bass got 12 and Soldier got 13. So that's about right. As far as I know. And Razor got 12 points, 11 assists though, so got so many assists, he got the play of the game. Okay, and this is NBA season is signing off for the first game that we're showing live, or showing delayed as well, kind of for the NBA season, but yeah, hopefully we'll be more. See ya.